Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another video. I'm so excited to have you here today. I just finished doing a plan with me in this planner. I love how this turned out really. I really can't even get over it. But I wanted to tell you a little bit about my wellness setup for today and just kind of walk you through what I use it for. But I also wanted to let you know really quickly before we get officially started that just the hours in which I use my planner. So, if you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so glad to have you here. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the fun. And we are going to have a lot of giveaways introduced starting weekly this coming life. And you have to be a subscriber. So, make sure you subscribe if you love me. And if you're returning, well, then you love me. So, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so really quickly, someone had asked me in the last video or the video before, something like that, like how many planners does a person really need? And, that's a great question. It's not specific to any one individual. I mean, it's specific to any one individual. So where I might use a lot, you might not need that many. But it's also like, don't feel like you have to have that many to keep up with the Joneses if you're not going to use them. But I did want to just let you know that this planner is from the moment I start working until the moment I stop working. So that's where this planner comes into play. Anything work related is going to be in this planner. And then I'm now going to introduce my hourly side by side with it. So it's going to kind of go hand in hand with each other to keep me on task for the day. Very excited about that. But that's what this planner is. And in fact, I had the socialite in there as part of the hourly design, but I'm not sure that I'll keep that or not going forward with the Erin Condren hourly design. So, because I actually like that one a little bit better. But so that's why that's the way it is. That's why this is the way it is. But now I want to take you over into my wellness planner so you can see what that looks like. So I just did this on a video for that video. I just did this on a video of resetting up. This was a transformer planner. I took it out to not be transformative anymore because I don't really transform it. I just kind of use it as one planner. I like the Happy Mama, Happy Life on there because this is more my personal planner. It's a lot of personal growth is what this is. So all under one page, this is personal growth geared. So I have my budget planning for February. I have my meal planning in here that I use. I use the monthly overview for my budget, so I don't have a separate budget planner, but that's what that's for. I and I don't really use these pages either on these because there's so many of them. I don't keep up with them. I have my faith planning section, which obviously it's faith planning, so I just did a plan with me on that. That one will start tomorrow. And my fitness section, which I actually need to fill out for tomorrow today sometime, but we're in February already, crazy. Yeah, so that's ready to go actually for the week. That's weird. Did I do the wrong days? Anyways, that's ready to go for the week. But going into my wellness planner. Now, my wellness planner is a planner that is very near and dear to my heart because it is more of my kind of personal growth type stuff. But I wanted to walk you through a little bit of just what I use this planner for and how this helps me stay on task with certain things. So, and some of these may seem small to you. And basically, I'm going to show you everything I use presently right now. And I'm going to link all of it below in case you have specific questions about it. But basically how I use this planner. So a lot of people think fitness and wellness are the same thing. And they're very different to me, although they do go hand in hand. But I like to lay out on my fitness, and I will jump back so you can see it. We'll go to the week that we're in. I like to lay out if I worked out or not, what I ate, what I consumed, how many calories I think that is. Obviously I'm doing keto, so like I just put any type of information that I feel like is going to help me, how many steps I did, and I can track what that looks like in my life. So it's I pretty much fill it up the way I fill it up. I don't totally use the water trackers as good as I could because I drink a ton of water, so I'm not concerned about that. But yeah, it's pretty full on its own. So how am I going to squeeze in all the other stuff? Like I really can't unless I write really tiny, and I don't write really tiny. I write really big, and I like to be able to be big in it. So I don't. I leave this just like it is. So what I do on this is I write my food, I write my steps, I write how many calories I think I ate, I write how many calories my watch says I burned, and I write any other pertinent information. If I felt sore, tired, whatever. Over here, this is now the wellness. Now, this is ready to go for Monday morning, and I've just kind of started to fill out some stuff on it, but this is the information that I feel like is going to be helpful for everyone. So, for Monday, I want to set myself up on the best road to success as possible. So my goal is to get up at 5 a.m. every morning. I do not do that every morning. I have struggled with it because it's probably something that's very non like I'm not a morning person. Just bottom line, point blank, chalk it up there. Don't like mornings. I do like mornings when I get up and actually do what I want to do, but I'm not organically a morning person. So it takes the most discipline and effort to be able to get up in the morning time. So waking up at 5 a.m. is on my list of wellness, though, because I feel like I need a certain amount of time to do that and be good. So then from 5:15 onward, I have journaling time. That is really where I'm spending some time in my journal. I have the 5-minute journal, and I'm actually going to be doing a giveaway of this through Instagram. So if you don't follow me on there, I will link it at the end of the video so you can see how to follow me on there. But it's going to be an Instagram giveaway, and however, we do have giveaways going on here, so don't forget to subscribe also. But this is just a 5-minute journal. Literally, the name is what it is. Like, it wants you to be able to journal and do all these things within 5 minutes. So it keeps it very simple. It's not complicated. There's a little bit of reading. It gives you all the tools. I will also link the Amazon link to it if you're interested in buying one. Amazon's the cheapest place I have found them. My phone is ringing. Sorry, people. I forgot to turn that on silent. And I realize that it's very close to the camera, so getting that away. You can find that on Amazon, and I will link it below. And like I said, I'm just going to link everything that I use if you're interested in any of these products, so you can get an idea. So I spent some time doing that, along with I just write in a journal. Any type of journal will do. I had one that I bought from Hobby Lobby. Or no, Home Goods. I know, a random place, Home Goods. But I bought it from Home Goods, and that was the one that I have been using, but it is almost done now, so I probably will start on another one here soon. So that is what I do. Goodness, sorry, I have something in my throat. That is what I do next, is I just write in that. So you can journal as much or as little as you want. I also have a gratitude section in this planner that is write things I'm grateful for. And I also use that in there as well. So it all kind of bundles that together. Then I move on to working out. Obviously, I have working out listed in here, but that doesn't mean that that is when I necessarily always stick to working out. It is just in here for that day because I want to make sure that I get it in the morning. I have found that it is much easier to get it over with in the morning than to try to move on and do it throughout the week later on. So I want to try to keep to working out at least 4 times a week. I'd like to do as much as I can, at least make healthier choices with it, but definitely at least 4 times a week. So that is why it's in there for bright and early on Monday morning. And then, of course, shower. That's just kind of some general timeline so I can kind of see how long it's going to take me to actually be able to get to work. So then we move on to my supplements, which I will show you what I take and exactly what I do. So, right now, my sister introduced me to Plexus, and I have really, really loved it. I have always been a big fan of certain products of them that they have, and so I have loved basically what they have. But I'm going to show you what I do first. So, in the morning time, I am a late supplement taker because I take it before I eat, but I take this, it's called Pink Drink. and I think it's called Slim, but pink drink is what I call it. And yeah, basically I take this. It's a drink. You didn't get that. And then that's it for a little while. Then I have been taking, although it does call for 2 times a day, I take it 1 time a day presently, the Metaburn. And it basically, it's fat burning, metabolism, energy, just kind of gives you a whole bunch of stuff. So I do take that for once a day. I'll probably increase to twice a day, but then I take that. But I take that, you know, right now, midday. I'll probably start taking it morning and then afternoon. If I'm going to eat a carb heavy meal, I take the block, which is just for carb heavy meals. And then at the end of the night, I take these 2 things. So basically, you're like, why, Megan, are you showing me all these things? Well, I take them scattered throughout the day. So even though I might have in my planner, oops, I'm dropping it on the floor. Even though I might have in my planner, like, take your supplements, that's very generic and very vague. So I really like to write down like what those supplements are and what times I need to be taking them. So at the end of the night when I'm marking down to my habit tracker whether I took them or not, there's some kind of basis for whether I took them all or not, right? So like that is why they're broken down into categories like that. So then at the end of the night, some days I don't do it, some days I don't, but this is very much a morning routine type scenario. Now I do have my Bible study that I do at the end of the night, but I haven't really had to forget about that, and because it's in the same planner as this one, I haven't really written it down in this specific section. But this is also where I would write down any meditation if I'm going to start meditating, if I'm going to start doing anything like any type of wellness thing like that. This is where the area that I would write it down. And then there's things that this could probably go in either wellness or fitness, but I do have it in my wellness section. But every couple days, I like to check my keto levels. I use this particular keto level, wellness level thing. And we try to do well. I don't count the carbs specifically, but we do eat really low carbs. Like anything that we have that is not low carb, like we had a pasta, it's like a soybean noodle pasta. It's not like a traditional noodle or tofu noodle or anything like that. So like anything we have is an alternative, but I like to check every now and again because I'm higher carb keto person than I probably should be. I mean, I'm still keto, but I like to press the boundaries of the keto, and so this is what I used to just check to make sure that I'm still doing my thing, and so that is certainly what I use for that. So every couple days I'll check my levels and then I'll write them down there. So like Wednesday I'm going to be gone of this week, so I will probably have to reform my schedule a little bit to make sure that I'm doing the right things on that particular day because the schedule is going to be a little bit different. So I got a note on here to take my supplements on the road with me because I'm going to be leaving, and then I will probably check my levels before I go because I probably won't take that keto meter with me. I'm not going to be gone that long. And it just kind of comes, comes out for the day. So like, for example, I'm not going to wake up at 5 a.m. on a Saturday, most likely. I probably should, so it will become a habit, but so it's going to be a little bit different. In fact, I even have a sleep in sticker. So it's going to be a little bit different to how I'm going to work it in the day, but it's a lot more of a tracking system and just really staying on course system to make sure that I'm doing the right things. Once I get some habits down and get things rolling and make sure I'm doing the right things, I'll probably veer off the way that I use it a little bit more. So there's not one size fits all as far as how many planners you should have or not have. Like I said, this for me, I have fitness and wellness, but they're very different what's tracked in them. And I feel like wellness is more your mental and physical health together. And whereas fitness is literally that. It's just like how fit are you and what you're doing to stay on track for that. So I couldn't use one planner for it. It would be overwhelming and too much. I suppose if I didn't decorate, because I like to decorate, then I probably could maybe make it work, but even still, it would be questionable. So I think it's important to try to keep those together in mind. If you also have anything that you're doing generically that you are like that's not specific necessarily to every single day, like maybe you take a supplement once a week, maybe you have a pill that you need to take if you're feeling sick, or maybe it's something that's every now and again. If you plan out your meals and you plan out your supplements and you might be able to really track how well you've done on that. Maybe you take an herbal supplement, or maybe you take, like, that block supplement I was talking about. I only take if I eat high carb meals for keto, because it's supposed to block half your carb intake. So it's helpful for keto. I only take that if I know I'm going to eat a higher carb meal. So if I don't, then I don't take it. So sometimes it's helpful to track, like, okay, I know I'm going to need it with this particular dinner because we have a higher carb dinner that we're making, or whatever it might be. But all in all, that's kind of how I break it down of, wellness versus fitness. And they're right next to each other. So, it's helpful for me because I'm like literally swinging from one to the other. I kind of can pre-write a little bit more of what this one is for the week, and then just really track it and make sure that I've done it. I will check mark if I woke up at the time that I said I was going to check mark. And, if I worked out, I will check that back here, but I will journal that down. And then I really would like to get some stuff knocked out earlier and in the morning, and see if that will help my productivity level all in all over the course of the week. So I hope that all makes sense to you. I hope that I didn't confuse you more, but just if you're contemplating the wellness, adding multiple planners for wellness and fitness, I think wellness is a great way to do it if you feel like you have those things. And of course, I'm going to link anything below that I just showed you, just in case you're interested in any of those particular things that I use for my wellness and well-being. But of course, I want to hear from you. So if you have a specific wellness or morning routine or anything that you feel like has been a benefit in your life, please share it with me. I want to learn more. I'm always willing to look into new stuff. So please let me know in the comments. I really want to know that. But for the time being, this is the way I'm using both of those planners, and I'll probably continue to do so. So, all right, everyone, that's all I have for you for today. Don't forget, there will be the giveaway for the 5-minute journal on my channel, and cannot wait to have you go see that and see if you're interested in it. I think it's a great way to actually journal in the mornings and be really quick about it. So, all right, everyone, I'll see you soon. Have a great rest of your day.